Sports Show with the softball season about to start, so we thought we'd go to the superstar, the queen of the Grand Slams, mate. Grand final winner last year against the lowly Port Adelaide. We talk about Lana Kaesler. Joins us, Lana. How are you?
Good, how are you?
Great to see you. The smile still on your face too from the grand final win.
Yeah, that probably won't go away for a while, so no, still pretty stoked.
Can you take us through it? Because Baz, of course, barracks for Port Adelaide, so he wants to get deep down into what went wrong. 6th innings, you hit a homer.
Yes.
Did you think then that you were safe or still not in the 6th safe?
Probably never safe against Port Adelaide. We had a lot of battles throughout the season that were very close, 1 or 2 run wins or losses. So they had a lot of good players in their side, a really good battery with, Yo Grower, who's, used to pitch for UCLA. They had a catcher, Jess Golden, last year, who I think is coming back this year for Port, and she ended up winning our best and fairest for the whole competition. Yeah, they're both very good batters. So, the game's never over. You can never sort of say die in those sort of sports.
It would have been some celebration, though, because we're looking at the record there. The first time you won in 13 years. You'd played in 7 losing grand finals, including one to Port Adelaide last year, or 2021, 22 season.
What a surprise you bring that up.
Well, I just thought I'd bring that up.
I told you this is where it was going to go, mate. I did try and warn you.
I just wanted to bring that one up because, they were still in it, the boys. But so that would have been a great celebration for the club, the whole club. You don't want to play in another losing one because that's just going to take you that way, really.
Yeah, no, we had our sights set on getting the win this year. Well, on all of those years that we made that final, we would have loved to win. But, this year in particular, we did a lot of work on our mental side of the game. We figured that was an area that we were falling a bit behind. We had all the skills to sort of get the job done in previous years. Yeah. I myself came up in a situation the year before I, could have won it again. Yeah. Loaded bases, it haunts me to this day, but didn't get the job done. So, there were a lot of us in those situations that knew we had unfinished business. So
it's really interesting pressure, loaded bases. That's a lot of pressure on a batter.
I don't care
who you are or where you're from. You step up to the plate and you see your mate on the bases. All you have to do here is get onto one. Yeah. And they're going to throw 3 at you. Yeah. Please hit one.
Didn't happen.
I like the way you say all you have to do, like it's pretty simple. That's all you have to do is hit it. I can't understand what's wrong.
It's super easy.
Hey, I'm really interested in the comment you made because there's been a lot of talk about the mental space in all sports at the moment, and you touched on it there. So how did you handle, what is it that you did differently this season in that mental space from last season?
We took it back to, we did a lot of work on looking at the process behind it as opposed to outcome-based, which is, really easy to do. The sport of softball and baseball, they're, a lot of it's based around failure. So you're going to fail more times than you're going to succeed. So, we took it back to process. What are the basics that we can do to, either get on base or make a good play and, take away that error set mindset. So,
So if you talk about that, because you touched on it, it's something you can't let go. It's amazing how we remember our losses and we're a part of much more than the big wins that we played a part of. So if we just compare last year, bases are loaded, you're up and you've gone, I didn't do it. Yeah. 6th innings, I'm up, there's a girl on base. Can you draw any parallel between that now it's over? Was there a thought process going, I'm okay with this? I'm all okay.
Yeah,
not as you're expecting in a home run, I know.
No, I mean, that was icing on the cake. But I still knew I had a job to do in that situation. But I think a lot of us spoke about through that game, we had a different sense of calmness as opposed to, high heart rate, high intensity pressure. We just went into the game knowing that if we had fun and we played that brand of softball we'd played all year, we could get across the line.
There's a lot of growth in the game at the moment. There's a lot of players coming from overseas to play here in Adelaide. We noticed when we last spoke to a softball player, or an American we had in the studio, that seemed to have grown even more. There's a lot more players coming out, and clubs are actually going out seeking these types of players. Yeah,
there are quite a lot of accounts on Instagram and I think coming through social media where there's so much more coverage of being able to play overseas. Yeah. So, last year we had probably 5 or 6 international players come over and play for different clubs, and this year I've heard through the grapevine as well that there will be a lot more coming over, and it's done nothing but improve the standard of softball in South Australia, and that's what's led us to do so much better at a national stage.
Yeah.
Season finishes in April. We're moving into nearly October. That's a fairly good party season to get through on celebrations, Lana. Have we been able to go, okay, we've finished now with the celebrations, we're back to trying to repeat. Has that repeat word been mentioned?
Yeah, we've definitely spoke about something that now that we've won it, we don't want to let it go. So, yeah, doing all the basics, getting back into the pre-season, getting lots of reps in and, making sure that our headsets are ready to go.
And Adelaide are going to be hosting a couple of pretty important events as well, which is great for SA.
Yeah, we've been very fortunate to win the bid on a few national tournaments in the last few years. The Gilly Shield we've had the last couple of years. This year we've still got the under-23s nationals, which is in December, so only a couple months away. And then we're hosting the Open Men's in March. So the under-23s is kind of like they're our future stars players. We're very excited. We've got a lot of awesome young talent in South Australia, so it'll be a good way for people to sort of come out and see what they can do.
Absolutely.
Did I read somewhere you're coaching under-18s this year? Is that...
Not for stay. I coached our schoolgirls side. Yeah, we actually won that as well, which was cool.
It's funny that I should bring that up.
Yeah, played. The girls did really well in that. So.
And coaching, how are you finding it?
That was a weird experience. I loved it. The girls made it so much easier. Very good at listening. I'm a high school teacher, so sometimes I'm not used to kids listening. But no, they were fantastic. The future's pretty bright. So when they do all the work. Yeah, the coaching becomes sideline.
Hitting that home run, I love this. I love people doing this in finals.
Right.
That's a big final, obviously. It's a big final.
Home run over Port Adelaide.
Someone's put one in the slot for you there. Someone's put one right in the hitting zone. And you've smashed it out of the park. What's the feeling like running around the bases? I mean, you know that's going out of the park. You've just brought another runner in and you're going to go up 2-0.
It's pretty electric. We had a lot of our teams in the grand final, so we had a big sideline of support as well. And it was very, very cool. Probably will be one of the biggest highlights of my softball career. Backed up by outstanding performances by the entire side. So yes, one moment was amazing, but you can't do it without the rest of the team. But
surely you go back to the club afterwards and you go, well, if it wasn't for me, because that's what I do. If it wasn't for me, then you guys would not have won one. So please, just give me some more love.
I'll have to take that confidence on board, I reckon. That's probably as positive.
Of course, you said that's part of the game.
Yeah, you do it in the sixth, and there's still, and you've touched on, there's still an innings to go, so there's still a big part of the game to go.
Yeah.
And it's gone, and you're running. Is there a moment when you're running where you're saying to yourself, don't be a smart ass, don't be a smart ass, get around the bases here.
100%, yeah.
No high-fiving, no showing the emotion, because it's that moment where you feel like you'd want to do the backward walk and have a little fun, but you go, no, I can't do it. So does that at all go through your mind, or are you just business?
Yeah, no, there were a couple fist pumps. You gotta milk it a little bit. Yeah, absolutely. But no, as soon as I got into the dugout, one of my coaches said, "Stay where your feet are." And that was a comment that reigns with us. Yeah, so have the moment, but make sure that you remain in the game.
Because I would have gone in and high-fived all the Port blokes. And
you would have started a fight. That's what you would have done. Hey, tell us about the start of the season. You played Port Adelaide first up, so it's almost like grand final replay. What are you expecting from them?
Probably another tough match. Yeah, we're unsure about some of the players that they've got this season. So we've sort of go in unchanged. We haven't lost any players. A couple of people are having like a year off, but most of our same sort of starting 9-10 are back out. So the first game, get all the cobwebs off, see how we go, and we're very lucky that we have our game streamed and then replayed on Channel 44. So
what do you have lead up trial games, all that sort of thing? Have you had any games against anyone leading into this game?
Do you know what? We used to, and then I think it sort of died out a bit because people just kept getting injured. You don't want people getting injured before the season starts. So we have a lot of internal stuff. We do, a bit more of that as opposed to playing. And the competition, although we've got about 8 teams, it's there's not a lot that you can sort of go to and from as far as trial matches go.
And are you serious enough to send anybody down to have a little quick look at Port Adelaide?
No.
No.
Nah, whatever they've got, we'll have a crack at. So
I'd be more concerned that Port have been coming to look at them, mate. They won it. When you win it, people come to see what you're doing. When you lose it, don't care what the losers do, mate. That's what Lana said to me off air. No, she never said that. Hey, just quickly, because we've got to wrap it up. You're infectious. Your love of the game is just obvious, and you've been around a long time. What keeps you driving you the way you are? You can feel it when you talk about it. You just love it. Yeah. It doesn't wane. What's the secret? I
just think I've had such good role models, and like the softball community just looks after each other. We've got so many supportive rounds. You know, as of a couple years ago, we now have got a breast cancer round, a pride round, an Indigenous round, a mental health round. We're super inclusive, and I think the community just speaks for itself. If you're out there, you obviously love it, and we sort of look after our own. So
there used to be a little bulldog. I called her a bulldog. A lady called Lindy Radican.
Oh yes, Lindy's still around.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Is that right, mate? She would ring me every single week when I produced 500 Sports Show. She would ring me every single week, give me results. Give me, to pump the sport.
She's the queen of stats, Lindy. Queen of stats. Yeah.
They're diamonds. Hey, well done to the team on the grand final. Well done by you hitting the home run. Of course, we expect West Torrens to win it again this year. Now we want the repeat. So, of course, you can watch it on Channel 44 at Stream Live. But we'll be sure to speak to you during the season. I've no doubt, Lana. Thanks for your time. Stay with us. Still plenty to come.